Bestie, before I even start this video, get into this line a bit. Ooh, get into these edges. They're slick back like a pimp named Slickback. If you don't know me, hi, my name's Kenya Fiona and I'm a girl who provides commentary on everyday things, including myself. And today we are actually going to talk about me, but we're also going to talk about you. Because what I'm about to talk about might be something that you've done in the past. It could be something that you're going through right now. I know I have. Yeah. Struggle love. What is struggle love? Struggle love is the idea that no matter what you and your significant other go through, you have to stick by them through thick and thin, through push and pull, through hell and high water. Where did this come from? Honestly, this idea came from many. Maybe it comes from a patriarchal society that pushes that no matter what man you are with, you must stick through them through thick and thin. Maybe we can blame the different facets of religion. But personally, I believe it comes from the fact that back in the day, a woman couldn't eat, sleep, shit, or sleep without the support of a man. And so she had to struggle through the relationship with a man that she barely even knew. And it's the same with men. Back in the day, if a man got a woman pregnant accidentally, he had to marry her because it was the right thing to do. Allegedly. And then they were stuck in a relationship with a woman that they hardly liked simply due to the fact that religion said so. And over time, both parties grow increasingly bitter until one day, one of them plucks up the courage to get a knife and stab them in the heart in their sleep. I'm playing! Yeah. But today, women have options because today, men have options. And yes, I do understand that in some societies, women do not have the same rights as some women in the Western society do. And so obviously I'm speaking for those societies that allow women to have some semblance of choice. With struggle love comes the whole notion of ride or die. First of all, where are we riding to? And why is the only other option death? Can a bitch get food on the way? Why can't we just call it ride or food? Yeah. But the term struggle love is usually associated with women who date men who can't seem to get their life together or treat her like shit. Now, a lot of women go through struggle love due to internalized misogyny, and I just want to state that this happens in same-sex relationships too. So lesbians and gays, you are not exempt from this. Struggle love includes but is not limited to realizing your significant other has commitment issues but you feel like you can stick through it. Your significant other is violent but you think you can hack it because what's a few punches to the face? Your partner is incredibly chauvinistic but you play Stevie Wonder to their bullshit. You're just like this. You just don't see shit. And you know what? Men go through this too, because men go through the habit of dating women who they feel will make them look good in front of their boys, in front of their friends. And what happens is you're dating a bad bee and you realize that you cannot afford this bad bee's lifestyle, or this bad bee is incredibly rude to your family. This bad bee has no regard for you and your emotions. She's incredibly manipulative and possessive, and you take that as, well, at least she likes me. But even you having one female friend, you even saying hi to someone of the opposite sex, you even looking in the direction of another woman is going to send her into an uproar that will usually last days and make you be the one who needs to apologize. Does that sound familiar to some of you men? It's okay if it doesn't. That's all right. Good for you. Now, this is mainly specifically to the woman, but you know, if this applies to you, then it applies to you. Being a good partner does not mean that you just take any and everything that your significant other is throwing at you. You might as well be a dog. And even then, dogs are more rebellious. So you might as well just be a doormat. From personal experience, let me tell you what's going to happen if you continue to take back someone every time they do some foul bullshit to you. They're going to do it again and again and again and again and again, and they're going to keep doing it because you have allowed them. Why the hell do they need to change if you are going to keep allowing them to come back after they've done some dumb shit, some disrespectful shit, some low down dirty shit? And you know what, a lot of this is rooted in self-respect, self-love, self-esteem. If you have low self-esteem, obviously when you come across someone who is a piece of shit to you but you keep going back to them, it's usually because there's something within yourself that you feel that you will never be able to get someone better than the trashy shit that you're with right now. As a woman, or if you're a man and you're watching this as a man, as a human being, you are not obligated to stay with someone through their bullshit. That's what the other person who's less than shit wants you to believe, so they can carry on treating you less than the shit that they are. If you're going through this right now, Betty, let me tell you something. Bestie, come on. We're besties. Huddle up. Huddle up. Are you a doormat? Can I buy you at the shop for $1.99? But why are we struggling in love? And a lot of struggle love is rooted in codependency. Usually the party that's being taken the idiot is a people pleaser. They come from a background where they always had to compete for either one of their parents' love. And so they grow up believing that in order to get love, they need to, if they are treated badly, they need to constantly show this other person consistent love, consistent nurturing. And then the person who's giving them less than 1% of the love is codependent on them because they use them as an ego boost, so that they can go about their life either sleeping with whoever they want, using their partner for money, being an asshole, because they're getting their self-gratification from the person who will always give them that undying, unconditional love regardless of what they do. And let me tell you something, ladies especially, unconditional love is reserved for your children. And what happens is some of you get into these relationships, have a child with this person, only for you to treat your child worse than you treat the person who treats you like shit. This just don't make no sense. So there's this quote by a man called Alexander Den Hager. Here's the name, nigga. When a flower doesn't bloom, you fix the environment in which the flower grows, not the flower. Translation: when things are going wrong in your life, you need to stop and think, what is going on in my environment that is not helping me prosper, that is not helping me reach past the limits that are blocking me? What is it within myself that I keep going for the same type of men, in men's cases, women? One of the things that I really hate about this whole struggle of shit is when men say stuff like, oh, these days women are too quick to run from a relationship when a man makes a mistake. No, the thing is that a lot more women have higher standards for themselves. So if you cannot meet those high standards, find a woman who's going to deal with your shit. But I implore all women, all girls, to not stick with a man or boy simply because you feel that's the best that you can get. If you feel that you can get better, you will get better. If you're a Christian, there's this saying that's God helps those who helps themselves. Now, if you're in a horrible relationship and you're still in that horrible relationship, even though God is showing you that this person is not for you, honey, there is no more help that you can get from the Lord our God, our Father, sweetheart. And then from just a spiritual point of view, because I am spiritual, you put out into the world what you intend your life to be. If you want your life to be a certain way, if you want to have a husband who will dote on you, if you want to have a wife who will treat you with respect, then you have to go out into the world, and when you are met with someone who does not meet the standards that you require in a partner, you send them back to the streets. Send them back to the streets. The streets are calling. Wait.
Hey bitch, I know you hear me.
You guys hear that?
Come outside. It's warm. Come on.
It's the streets calling, your trash nigga. I guess what I'm trying to say is don't play the fool for a significant other who, you know, gives you nothing but little semblance of crumbs of kisses and hugs when they see you at night after a long day of cheating, after a long day of slapping you in your face, after a long day of talking to you like trash, after a long day of disrespecting your whole entire family, sweetheart. Bestie, that's just not it. That's just not what we do. Not in 2021 when pussy is power. Not in 2021 when our words mean things. You ever say something bad and then someone's like, God forbid, don't say that, you don't want it to come true. If you keep saying, oh my gosh, I want to leave them, but I love him, but I love her, cannot get any better, you're not gonna get any. And last but not least, don't settle for struggle love just because your family or your friends or your environment tells you to. Just like the flower doesn't bloom, you change the environment around the flower being you, so you can bloom, so you can be a bad bee, so you can be a man with a woman who respects you, or same-sex partner, whatever. And like I've said, I've been through this, so honey, I know I'm not judging, I'm just saying stay safe in these relationship streets. And don't get me wrong, there are a lot of relationships that have gone through the test of struggle love time and have come up on top, but those are the exception, and the exception is not the rule. You don't want to be on your deathbed looking back on your life and wondering of what could have been because you wasted your time with someone who weren't shit, ain't shit, was never gonna be shit and has replaced you with someone who's either younger or someone who's either richer than you. Now check that. And that's all I've got to say on this subject. You know, we just talked like besties do, and that's that on that. If you are someone I know, or you're someone I follow, or you're someone I talk to in the DMs, and you feel like what I have said is an attack on you, baby, it was not an attack. It was a revolution. However, if the boot fits, get that hoe just like this, insert your leg into the boot, zip the boot up, and strut that motherfucking runway, mama. Rip the runway like you're Naomi Campbell. And share this video, bestie. It's the least that you can do for your girl.